Hello and welcome to the first reading or video or whatever this is from myself at Claire's Sentient Mind instead of Claire Sentient Tarot. Change the name. Just felt great. Felt great to do that. Felt right to do that. Change the name of the channel and it feels comfortable. So let's crack on with this reading. I've already gone into the crystal ball. I'll talk about that in a moment. But let's just see what we've got from the Energy Oracle deck first. Oh, Angel of Balance. Love that for an opening message. Angel of Balance. Like that. Next card from the Gateway Oracle. I can't read that backwards, so sorry. Coming into power, I step into my power boldly and confidently. Wow. Two great opening cards there. Love that. So this is a collective for anyone, not any particular star sign. Let's get a tea leaf. Bear in mind these can be brutal. Funnel. Ooh, period of frustration. Lessons to be learnt. I can resonate with that one. Can any of you? And the last pile we're going to, which you can't really see, it's just off camera, is the, what is it? The Golden Future Oracle. And again, I'll just pick a card up. Oh, Community Life. Embrace fifth dimensional society. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yes. Right, let's get rid of those. We'll also pull some tarot cards on these as well. See what we get from them. But like I was saying, this is a reading for the collective. This is a reading for everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There will be no star sign readings this week. I've had stuff going on. It's almost over. Monday I should get all clear, which will be fabulous. So I've changed things up. I've done a couple of posts. Have a read of my posts. They're literally very short. They won't, like 3 minutes each, I think, to read. Have a read of them and then you'll kind of see what's been going on and why I've changed things up a little bit. But I've already looked into the crystal ball and got 2 and a bit pages of messages. So I will talk about that one at the end and there might be some more come through. We'll see. We will see. Right, Angel of Balance. I love this card. Pyramids, really significant. They're really lighting up to me, the pyramids in the background. I'm fascinated with anything Egypt. Anything Egypt I have. The Eye of Horus as my symbol on, it's like a watermark on the bottom of my screen somewhere here. It's my website, Sentient in Harmony's logo. I've got it tattooed on the back of my neck as well. My children are convinced I can see through it. And I like that. So yes, Egypt is very significant. You might have tattoos yourself with Egyptian themes on them. You might have visited Egypt fairly recently. I do have a friend that actually was in Egypt about a week ago. Yeah, lovely. Is it a full moon tonight? I'm drawn to the moon on this card. On this card, it's not a full moon. But this is the 10th of May that I'm filming this and posting this, 2025. And I'm drawn to the moon above the pyramid as well. And I think it's a full moon in England tonight. It's like, are you feeling balanced? It's like you've received the elixir of life is what I'm feeling, because here she's holding a bottle of something. I'm looking at it as to be some sort of elixir. And it's like, I feel like I'm holding the elixir of life here. Maybe you've had a light bulb moment, an epiphany moment. Crikey, you might have gone through a traumatic time and it's just opened your eyes to just a whole new world. That's kind of what's happened to me. Oh God, my little boy has just come running outside in his shorts. Get ready for the screaming. He's going to start playing with his hose pipe. Not his hose pipe, you know. Oh, but yeah, I feel like I've gone through this really huge moment in my life. Have you gone through the same sort of thing? Is that coming up for you now? This is a timeless reading, but this is the date that I'm reading it on the 10th. And I think there's some sort of new full moon coming up. And my life feels very much imbalanced. Is that why yours is? Are you feeling it in balance or imbalance? Do you need to get yourself in balance? I'm not reading it. Oh, actually, it could be. I don't know. I think because I'm feeling very calm and balanced at the moment, maybe that's the vibe that I'm picking up. But it could mean that you need to get your life into balance. And I can't remember what I wrote down because it's like automatic writing when I was doing this. Can't remember what I wrote down in there, but we'll do that at the end. Nice. We'll see what the tarot cards come out. Next one, we've got coming into power. This is lovely. I step into my power boldly and confidently. And you've literally got this gold ray of light shining on you. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you know, during this last 12 days, I think I'm on day 12 of my health scare, the throat journey. I've felt so comforted and calm, also hysterical at times as well, but comforted and calm. Like, I know this is otherworldly. I know this is not me. I know this is outside forces. That's how it's felt. That's where, you know, life just comes into perspective. And then you come into your power then as well, because you become your authentic self. It's no longer about I need to do this to do that. I need to do this to gain that. It's all about just doing things that you love to do. You know what I mean? I've not put any pressure on myself to do 12 readings this weekend. And a couple of weekends ago, I'd have been really stressing. I've got to get my readings done. Well, I'll just do readings. You know, I do aim to do star sign readings, and if I start star signs, I will finish them. But I'm not putting that pressure and rigidness. You know, let's just go with the flow and move with the flow of life. You know, I do so much more than tarot. Tarot is a huge part of my life, my therapies, all of that. But I'm more than that as well. So I'm just mixing it up. I'm just going to mix it up. We're going to go with the flow. We're going to change the name of things. And it just feels like you being your authentic self, not who you think you have to be, not wear the clothes you think everyone approves of. Wear the funny trousers if they make you feel comfortable. You know, do you know what I mean? Coming into your own authentic self. Your next card you've got here is funnel. Period of frustration, lessons to be learnt. There's always a lesson to be learnt in any moment that you go through. Whether it's a good moment, a traumatic moment, a life-changing moment, anything, there's always lessons to be learnt. And again, for instance, the last couple of weeks, I have learnt the most valuable of lessons. I have learnt the most valuable things in my life. And despite all the frustration, the worry, it all needed to happen. It all needed to happen for the huge shift and the huge change that it has brought on. It needed to happen. So there might be a period of frustration in your life right now or coming up whenever you're listening to this. Again, this is a timeless reading, but lessons will be learned from that. As with any tower moment, lessons will always come of it. And while you are in the eye of the storm, so to speak, in that tower moment, not the eye of the storm, because that's actually a calm moment, isn't it? And you know what? During that whole horrible period, that whole frustrating not knowing period of feeling hysterical, I've still felt calm. So it is kind of in that eye of the storm moment, you still have this calmness around you. There's lessons to be learned from it. There's always lessons to be learned from any tower moment. 111, as I said that. Whenever I say the angel numbers, they're like confirmations for me. The synchronicities this last couple of weeks has been flipping crazy. Lights flickering on and off that just don't do that. Just phenomenal weird stuff that's been happening around me has been amazing. I love it. The last one we have here is community life. Embrace fifth dimensional society. Again, this is like, I feel like vibing on a different frequency. Vibing on a different frequency. It's just like leveling up. Honestly feels like leveling up. This is a really lovely spread so far. We've got tarot cards to go. I've just got really, really hot. Really, really hot. I'm gonna have to move my candle because it will blow out otherwise, and I don't want it to blow out. But I'm so hot, and I would like to open my door, but my son will start screaming in a minute. So. Please, 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 please. Candles alive. Right, let's crack on with the tarot card, shall we? This will probably be the only one I do today. I might do another one tonight and post it later. Like I said, I'm just not putting any pressure on myself. No, I'm just taking it easy. Taking it easy. Thank you so much to everyone that messaged. I had people email me as well. I mean, honestly, thank you. I can't thank you all enough. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, and I'm so relieved. I get my results on Monday. And hopefully all will be well. 99.99999% sure it will be. Which is fabulous. Fabulous. Right. We have got the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Wands, oh my God, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Wow, as you can hear, I still do have an issue with my throat. But it's not the worst thing in the world, so it's okay. Not that that's always the worst thing in the world. Anyway, I digressed. Right, let's have a little look at this. So we've got the Angel of Balance, which I've already spoken about. There's something very significant about the pyramids in the background. So either you're very drawn to Egypt, or you've just been to Egypt, or you have tattoos of Egypt symbology, quite possibly. Something here about the elixir of life, which I kind of think my throat needs at the moment. Something here about the elixir of life. It's, I don't know, given a new lease of life or something. Or was there some medicine that you received recently? Bang! That one, like, oof, have some of that, Claire. Just came into my head. But have you received some medicine recently? Was it referred to as the elixir of life? I don't know. That's bizarre. Just popped into my head there. And then there's something about the moon. However, that might be me being drawn to the moon at the moment because I know there's a full moon due at the day I'm doing this reading on the 10th of May 2025. But I feel very much like getting your life back into balance, for sure. You've got the Three of Pentacles here as well. What is he doing down there? He's in the wheelie bin. Oh my God. Three of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card about collaboration. It's also about collaborative energy. 1444, as I said that. Collaborative energy. Oh, wow. Okay. Have you ever done like Reiki shares? Reiki shares? however you want to pronounce it. Reiki, 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 Reiki. Ever done any Reiki shares? I feel like a collaborative energy. I don't know if you practice meditation in a group or in a circle, but there's some sort of collaborative energy being circulated. That's the way that I can see that. It's like a collaborative energy being circulated. Do you go to healing circles? Do you go to just spiritual circles? Do you go to Reiki shares? Are you Reiki attuned? Do you have Reiki? There's like this sharing of energy. There's like a sharing of energy that I'm feeling with that. And again, is that something that you do to keep yourself in balance? I have a treatment once a month. I actually missed this month because my hospital appointment was on the same bloody day. I mean, how inconvenient was that? Oh my God, he's down to his pants. Yeah, out there with the hose pipe. We have literally no neighbours, so it's good. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming out here as well. So I do feel like you're healing past lines. You're healing ancestral lines, I feel like. Through the work that you're doing on yourself at the moment, you are healing ancestral lines. Sorry about that. The elephant just ran across my patio decking. My 8-year-old son. But you're healing ancestral lines, because the Wheel of Fortune is very much like timelines. For me, sometimes when I'm reading cards, we're going to do a little bonus card at the end of the Star Codes Oracle, which is always quite a sort of cosmic out there message that I probably won't understand, and I'll read the book to you. So, I'm going to get him. I tell you, sounds like an elephant running across my decking. But this is very much karmic vibes that I'm picking up here. Like you're healing. Maybe that is part of this trauma healing that you're doing. Maybe you're doing some sort of healing of your inner child. And I feel like somebody's reading, actually, maybe last week or the week before, came up with that. Might have even been a few. I do think you either are someone that facilitates healing of past wounds, or you are someone that is receiving that sort of treatment, healing, or you should do that. Yes, for sure. Wow, nice. The next row we've got coming into power. Okay, so when you're healing from trauma, old wounds, inner child wounds, anything that you just haven't healed from before, you're able to free yourself. Then you're able to move on from that. You have to heal from it, though. You have to forgive it. That's the hardest thing, forgiving that. I ain't forgiving that. I am not forgiving that. That's the hardest thing, but you have to, because that's the only thing that's going to free you from it. That's when you come into your power. That's your next line here. Coming into your power. That's when you start to step into your own authentic self. That's when you stop being that trauma, being that victim, being that wound. Yeah, nobody likes to be told this, by the way. If it's hurting you and if I'm pissing you off, then I'm bang on the money. Nobody likes to be told that. But you heal, you forgive, you free yourself, you move forward, and then you step into your power. And then you boldly and confidently navigate your own life from there on out, because nothing holds you back in that moment. Nothing. Very interesting. We've got a red t-shirt on here and another red t-shirt on here, and on here the crystal ball that I channeled earlier on, red t-shirt was the first thing I wrote down. There's something significant about somebody in a red t-shirt. Weird, I know. You've got the Page of Swords here and the King of Wands. So this is about making those hard journeys, yeah? The journey's not always easy. It is not always easy. Sometimes it's like walking a tightrope. Sometimes it's like walking on a knife edge. Sometimes it's like walking a double-edged sword across a very deep ravine. She has laid that sword down and she is tiptoeing across it, balancing, yeah? But managing her life. You know, she's got so much going on in her mind, so much going on in her head, but she, at the moment, she's using that as kind of a comfort. It's kind of part of her, and she's using that to keep her balanced. And it's also her strength as well. Yeah, there's no gender in tarot. It's depicted as a her on the card, but it's also her strength as well. All your life experiences become part of you, become your strength. However horrible they were, they form who you were, depending on what age you were, when certain life experiences happen to you as well. Because our brains process things in a different way throughout different ages, obviously. If you read, there's a book called The Black Report. That is a really good book that will sort of highlight what a person is going through at what sort of ages. It's very significant even today, and it was a book written like years and years and years and years ago. But it's very relevant. I'm pretty sure it's called The Black Report. I used it in my nursing degree, and I done my nursing degree. But yeah, read that. Yeah, but and also it goes with you in line with your chakras as well. Every 7 years, your chakras, you're sort of in a different chakra. So your base chakra, 0 to 7 years, is where your roots, your foundations are, where your safety is, because people are caring for you. And that's where, if trauma happens in those first 7 years, you kind of don't trust anything thereafter, because in that first 7 years of your life, you experience big trauma. Yeah, so that's really hard to unpick. However, there's ways it can be done with alternative therapies, and this might be something that's stuck in your head, or you always go back to that trauma because it's part of who you are. But you're able to go back in time, in effect, with some of these therapies, like hypnotherapy, all sorts of different things, and heal that person who you were then. Wow, that's just like really deep. I know that's really deep. But at the moment, it's kind of like you're walking through life, and then those things that trouble you are almost the things that keep you going. They're almost things that are carrying you through life. When you get across this ravine here, that's when you need to let them go. Yeah, free yourself. You no longer need them to balance you across this ravine. You'll be across. You'll be over it. Let go. Free yourself. Yeah. You're worth so much more than that. They're all lessons, and we learn from our lessons. When I see a book here, I see us learning. So we learn from all our lessons, but allow them to go now and free yourself. Page of Swords is very much freeing yourself. Excuse my throat. I'm not worried about it now. We've got the King of Wands coming out here. And this is when I said, when you free yourself and you start to come into your own power, your own authentic self, this King of Wands forges his own path. He's the King of Fire. Fire doesn't wait for a path to be created. It just burns its way through. It creates its own path. Nothing stands in fire's way. Apart from water, actually. But, you get my gist. Don't you worry. We got the King of Water too. Loving that. Just noticed there. We've then got the Funnel. Period of frustration. Lessons to be learned. Like I said, nothing comes easily. Healing does not come without its pains and tribulations. Yeah, trials and tribulations. We have to confront things. We have to unpick them. But as well, there's going to be people going, I don't want to relive things and confront things. I get that, and you don't have to actually say anything of the sort. You can have code words. Yeah, your trauma could be sunflower. Yeah, and when you think of sunflower, we're not saying the word. There's ways that you can go around things. Yeah, that you don't even have to tell the therapist what it is. You don't have to physically say what is the issue. You can just say there is one, And when you refer to it, I want you to call it sunflower. Yeah, but you know that that's going to be there. Yeah, you know what that means. That makes sense. I'm so sorry you can't see my eyes. I've got like the reflection of my door. I am here, I can assure you, but I can't see you now, so not that that matters, but then I can't see the cards. So yeah, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Yeah, there's always a lesson in it, and I'm telling you now, you are healing ancestral wounds. You are healing your ancestral line. Yeah, I believe that all of the people in your immediate family could possibly have gone through the same sort of thing, or there's some sort of karmic loop that is repeating itself, and you're the one that's going to break them karmic loops, break that karmic chain. You're going to learn those lessons, because karma will keep coming back until somebody in that ancestral line learns it. Oh my God, trust me. So then you need to get into the King of Cups mode. Now, the King of Cups is the king of emotions. He sits in the middle of the ocean. He has been to the depths of that ocean to search his very soul. This is where your healing starts. This is very much a healing card. This is where your healing starts. And to have that King of Cups and the King of Fire, two opposing forces, both showing up in your reading, is absolutely amazing. I love that. I absolutely love that. In fact, you are not dominant. You're dominant on Pentacles, which is all about energy. And your first card was about the Angel of Balance. And this is all about you getting your energy into balance, into alignment, going with the flow. Don't force anything. But there are issues that you must face in order for you to move forward. There are, as with anybody. As with anybody. You've got the Queen of Swords coming here as well. Oh, I mean, you've got such massive archetypes all showing up in your reading. It is beautiful. The Queen of Swords is very clear thinking, very straightforward thinking, very analytical, planning. But oh God, you have got such drive and conviction. But also, it's just like it's like, oh, I've just seen Moses and the Red Sea parting. That's what I've seen. I've seen Moses parting the Red Sea. It's like now I feel like you've confronted lots of things, or lots of things I don't know, you've just put something to bed and you're just free. You've freed yourself with that Page of Swords, and it's like your path is like illuminated now. And I just literally had a vision of the parting of the Red Sea, and your path is just lit up for you. That's how I feel with that Queen of Swords. It's just like you don't even have to steer the boat. The boat's just going the way that it needs to go. That's how I feel. The last line, we've got community life. Embrace fifth dimensional society. And again, look, it's a group of people, and all their energy is connected. Oh, and it leads up to a rainbow. Interesting. There's a rainbow I've written in them notes there. I will read them notes out to you because I saw it in the crystal ball. And this is not the rainbow. This is, oh my God. I said there's a rainbow, but it's not in a normal rainbow shape. This one isn't. This is just half a rainbow. This is crazy. Oh, and did I say something about a hot air balloon earlier as well? Why has the hot air balloon popped into my head? Because there's a hot air balloon on, oh, I don't know, there's a hot air balloon on there, but for some reason I've got a hot air balloon popping into my head now as well. Anyway, community life, embrace fifth dimensional society. This is just like a collective energy again. And you're surrounded by trees and mountains and hummingbirds and eagles. Rainbow is extremely significant. I just feel like this is an extension of this path being illuminated for you, this path opening up for you, and you like it just illuminates and gets you the way that you need to be. This is awesome. I love it. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here. It's about planting new seeds for growth, new beginnings. New beginnings. You're doing a lot of clearing, an awful lot of clearing, really getting in your life into perspective, into balance, soul searching, forging your own path, letting go of so much baggage, coming into your power, healing karmic ancestral lines. Oh my God, it's just an awesome reading. Got the Seven of Pentacles here. Where I said here it's about the planting of new seeds, new beginnings, they are going to multiply. You are going to nurture them and watch them grow. Wow, and you will definitely reap what you sow. You will definitely reap what you sow. I'm so sorry if you can hear my kids in the background. They're playing with the hose pipe. Henry's in his pants and Stuart's still in his Christmas pajamas. He hasn't had them on since Christmas, but you know, they still fit. Oh my God. Right. That is an amazing reading for whoever this resonates with. Let us go into the crystal ball, and then I will do the star codes message at the end. Yeah, because they might all be unrelated, they might be related, I don't know. So if I just bring my crystal ball here, can you see that? Yeah, pretty much. I'll just show it to you. This is my beautiful crystal ball from White Feather Crystal. It's clear quartz, and it is just awesome. I don't believe she's got any in stock on her website yet. It reminds me of the Labyrinth. You know, the David Bowie film, The Labyrinth. I want more, but oh, there was amazing one I saw in Glastonbury. Oh my God, it was huge. Huge. Anyway, so I gazed into the crystal ball before I started. Let me just write the timestamp down. It would have been 32 seconds-ish. Hi, if you'd come back for the timestamp, I know you would have come back at 32 seconds. 32 minutes even. Right, so I looked, oh, we've got the rainbow again. I looked into the crystal ball and I wanted to get some messages before I pulled the oracles and the tarot. So the messages that I got coming from the crystal ball, which a few of them are connected to your cards already, was a red t-shirt. So let me just show you that this is what's written on there. I mean, my writing's not great. It was automatic writing at the time that these messages were coming through. So we've got red t-shirt. I was seeing somebody in a red t-shirt. I do feel like it was a male in a red t-shirt. So there's some significance with a male in a red t-shirt. Then music randomly turning off. You are going to experience this within the next few days of listening to this message, this reading. Music randomly turning off. So you'll be listening to music in the car, in the kitchen, in your house, outside, and it will just turn off and it will be silent for a little while, and you'll think, what's happened there then? Where's the music gone? And then the music will come back on, a new song will be on. It will have very significant wording. Listen to the words of that song that comes on immediately after it stopped for a little while. Yeah, so the music will randomly turn off, and then a new song will come on a few seconds later. There'll be significant words, very meaningful message in those words. Yeah, you're drawn to amethyst for whatever reason. I don't know why. Again, this is just stuff that I've got from the crystal ball. You'll see a rainbow, but not the usual shape. So it's like a rainbow will appear either in a cloud. It's got to be in the sky, hasn't it? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a prism from a crystal, maybe for a window. But the way I saw it was a rainbow in the sky, but it wasn't that shape. It was more like a half a rainbow, more like a sort of rainbow stick. That's the best way I can describe it. And that's the way I looked at it in there. I also saw a multicolored window. Now you might have a multicolored window in your house, a stained glass window in your house. It's not a small window, so it's not like a skylight or it could be a skylight, but it's not like a little side window. It is an arch window. I'm not seeing it as a church window, I don't think, but I am seeing it as it's a multicolored window. So there's either a picture on the window, or it could be a painting of a window, stained glass window maybe, because I'm not seeing it in a church. So it's something like that, a multicolored stained glass window of some sort. This is all from what I saw in there. The next page I'll just show you before I read it. Again, my writing is terrible, but just to show I'm not just making it up. I saw a fast flowing river being overlooked from a low bridge. So it was like I'm standing on, I think it's a wooden bridge, standing on a bridge, and a fast flowing river underneath me. So the river is coming towards me, yeah? A fast flowing river underneath me. And then I was literally felt like I was surrounded by trees, very tall trees, and the sunlight was glistening through the trees like crystals. Sunlight piercing through the trees all around, glistening like crystals. And it gave me Twilight vibes. If you've ever watched the film Twilight, and Edward, his skin glistens in the sunlight, and I think there's a forest scene, and they're in the forest, and the sunlight glistens on him and his skin glistens. Well, it was that sunlight coming through the trees that I could see in this crystal ball. Then this one is weird. Not that any of the other isn't weird. Then I saw a glass heart with an angry face inside. Maybe you've had your heart broken, maybe there's a fragile heart, I don't know, or it was either a glass heart with an angry face inside, so it could be some trauma healing as well, possibly, but a glass heart with an angry face inside, or that face was the face of a native man, and then this bit here was his arm coming round. I couldn't work out which one it was. Amazing, huh? And then the last bit was there's a significant song by Pink, but it had finished, and I haven't got like the skip back option on my thing. Can't say it loud because it will change channel, although you can hear it. So they're the messages I got from the crystal ball. Do they resonate with anybody here? Do they? I don't feel like I want to get anything else from here at the moment. But I purposely look in this beforehand because nobody wants to watch a video where you're staring into a ball. Do they? I mean, let me know if you do, and I'll quite happily record myself staring into a ball. Yes, I will. Right, I'm feeling very galactic now. I'm very, very cosmic. So this is a really good time, actually. Oh, yeah, nice. This is a really good time to go with. I've never used these actually in any readings whatsoever, because they are quite cosmic. I guess if you are into astrology and an astrology reader, they'd be right up your street. I love astrology, don't get me wrong, I just can't do it. That's something that I would love to learn, but these are the cards that would probably resonate with you. And I do know I've got people that follow me that do like the astrology, because people do type stuff up about the astrology, and I'm like, I don't know what any of that means, but I love it. Thanks for putting it on there. So do feel free, if you are an astrologer or astrologist, I don't really know how you say it properly, do feel free to comment in the comment section whatever you're feeling from my readings. I never mind, don't bother me. Right, let us get a message from the Star Codes Astro Oracle cards. Are we ready? Vesta. Hearth. Hearth or hearth? Vesta. And I'm telling you now, I've got no idea what that means. So that is definitely me going to be reading that. Vesta, hearth. It feels really symbolic, but I don't know if that's something. But I feel really like a symbolic. What is it? Number 32. Page 80. Oh, 80. Infinity symbol coming up there. Love that. Got that tattooed on the back of my neck. Right, are we ready? Story time. Vesta calls you to be the hearth fire, to share yourself. Hearth fire. That's hearth, isn't it? Right. Vesta calls you to be a hearth fire, to share yourself for the benefit of all, but still have energy left to live healthily and give again another day. The second largest and brightest asteroid between Jupiter and Mars was named after Vesta, old goddess of hearth, home, and the family, and the centre of a strong community. Oh, we got community life as well. Love that. Where is it? The fire in the temple was never allowed to go out, and the fire in the hearth of every home was sacred to her. Ooh. She did not get involved in politics or misadventures or other gods. Oh, this is all about following your own path. I told ya. Whatever path you choose is your path. Doesn't matter if someone believes in the other things or whatever else it is. This is your path. This is your authentic self. And this is very much King of Wands fire energy as well. Action. Evaluate yourself and your life. Each human's task is to help reduce the total suffering on earth and increase the total joy. Your joy and suffering matter as much, neither more nor less than anyone else's. Do not burn yourself up for another's causes, nor withhold your warmth, but share what you have to offer. Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this. This is about you sharing what you want with other people, but being free with it and not putting the pressure on yourself. What did I say? This is very much a brilliant message for a new channel. Like for what I want this channel to be, this is a lovely starting message. Beautiful. In fact, I think this is going to be the title. Vesta is going to be in the title somewhere of this reading. Beautiful. This is not a situation where you need to take sides. Come back to the center, to the flame, and to your hearth and your core values. Focus on that center flame instead of the personalities involved. Remember what matters. Find that deep calm within. Light a candle with a prayer and use it to bring your focus to the center and let the rest fall away. Then decide, advise, and operate from there. That's why I like my candle as well. It's part of my opening up ritual before I do any channeling, reading, tarot reading, all of that sort of stuff. I call in my angels. Amazing. It may be time to take a retreat, a chance to clear yourself, clear your energy fields, cleanse your environment, reclaim your temple. If your relationship is truly of value and important to your soul, the person or team you're involved with will honor your process. I said about getting some healing done, getting into your power. I saw an exchange of energy. Oh my goodness. If it comes up as a challenge, Vesta warns you to share yourself rather than sacrifice yourself. Your hard work at holding this situation together may be ignored or taken for granted unless you know your worth. The gift of the Vesta card is find the temple within, the place of quiet safety where you can tend the fire and carry this sacred temple with you always. Oh, I love that. I love that. That is probably the only reading I'm going to do today. I might do another one later, but again, I'm not putting any pressure on myself to do that. I hope you enjoyed this first reading under the new name Claire's Sentient Mind. I'm going to be bringing other things than tarot. We're going to bring the crystal ball out a little bit more as well. I loved doing that. If you want to see me channeling the messages from the crystal ball, let me know and I will do a video on it. But those messages I got came out just before, and then you saw me shuffle all the cards. So it was amazing how they linked in the ways that they did. So thanks for watching. Thank you again for all the messages that I've received from everybody, and for following my journey that I posted on TikTok. I did want to keep the energy away from this channel, really, because I gave out raw emotion. Raw emotion. But yeah, Monday I get my results, all being well, 99.999% we're all going to be good. And yeah, have a great weekend, and don't forget to do your full moon rituals tonight if you do them. And you're in England. I don't know when it is and everywhere else that watches, but thank you so much. Adios.